Now, dating is hard, but fortunately, Tinder's here to try to make it a little easier, especially for the users that really seem to be having a difficult time with it. It sounds like Tinder and possibly Hinge as well, since they're both owned by Match Group, may start incorporating artificial intelligence features, basically an AI chatbot that would assist you in real time while you're on the app, either of those apps. Basically, it would help suggest photos, which ones you should use, but also it would help you if you're like sending out messages that are totally not what you should be sending out. It'll kind of coax you, be like, hey, I just read this here and I don't know if you should send that, and try to give you some tips and pointers before you start sending out ridiculous things that are probably the reason why you're being rejected.
Gotcha. So it's just gonna help educate you a little bit, maybe. It says here, effective coaching for struggling users is what I guess they hope to add with this AI feature. Yeah, I actually did read this article, and I think later on they said, which is mostly men.
Surprisingly. I know it's hard to believe. Us guys not exactly killing it, all of us on the dating apps.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Dating apps, I feel like, are just such a mess. Like, it's just so hard to, date people on dating apps and talk to people and find people that, match with what you're looking for and are serious. Because I just feel like if you get on a dating app, you can get stuck in the limbo of, like, constantly feeling like there's better options, better choices. And so you don't even want to give somebody a shot, even if the conversation is a little dry at first, because you're like, oh, I could talk to somebody else.
Yeah. There's got to be somebody, another nice face on here somewhere. I think this is a good idea, actually.
Okay.
This is an effective use of AI.
Okay.
To me, because I think particularly for guys, when you're sending out a bunch of messages and not getting responses, that should be enough feedback. It should be enough feedback for you to go, there's something about my approach that's not working.
Right.
But I think for guys, when you're like, you can convince yourself like, oh, that girl, she should probably got so many messages. Like they're all probably just getting so many that it's not the message that's the problem. But I think a lot of times it is, right? Like, especially if you already have matched, your message is you got to swoop in, Yeah. You got to swoop in with something good.
Yes.
And if you're sending either some nonsense or something boring, that's not going to get you anywhere.
Exactly. I'm gonna share personal experience here. I usually don't want to get into this, but I recently tried a dating app for the first time, and one thing that I noticed really worked for me. So the dating app I tried was not Tinder; it was Hinge. And I've had friends that have had success on there before, so I was like, okay, I'll give that one a try.
Yeah.
But so I was like, I'll try it out, but one thing I put on my bio that I noticed was like getting a lot of, responses or replies or whatever.
Yeah.
Was me just being like, if you join, like, would you join my co-ed softball team?
Okay.
So like a fun activity type thing. It's a little bit like less, the barrier is a little like less high or whatever. So it's more casual,
right?
And I think that can help too for guys. Like view it in a more casual realm and don't try and be super serious off the bat. You're beautiful and I want to date you. Blah, blah,
let's get married.
Those messages unfortunately do come through to girls, and I'm sorry, but I ignore them or unmatch immediately.
Yeah, that's it's all too much at first. And
it just comes off as desperate.
Yes, desperate.
Yeah.
Take it easy, everybody. But I was playing this through in my mind. I was like, since guys, like, they just send out all these messages and probably get absolutely nothing from them most of the time because it's the message's problem. Like, it's your problem sending the message, but you don't realize.
Yeah.
So then I was like, should women, like, if somebody sends a dumb message, should you just reply and be like, hey, I'm rejecting you because this message is dumb. Try better next time. So that'll come off as mean. But if it's a neutral party, the AI chatbot, hopefully it will be better received for the guys.
Yes, good point. Yeah, the AI will help lessen the blow.
Yes, right. Although then again, you are getting insulted by
a robot
in a way. Yeah, it's gotta word it very tactfully as well. Not just your message needs to be worded tactfully. The AI needs to word its response. It needs to word its coaching.
The robot has better riz than you.
While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.